evening. Hello. I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I'm just going to turn you on live over here so I can see the comments. I'm going to share with my VIP group because I love them over there. Love you guys too. So if you're not a member of the VIP group, make sure to comment below. And I will send you the link, and I will privately message, or I will privately invite whoever wants to come over and hang out over there. It's a pretty great group. So let me go ahead and back this down. I'm still learning all this. So if you are here, let me know below. Say hello. Let me know how your Wednesday's going. Let me know if you have any big plans for the weekend. And we will try. I usually work on an Android, and then when I do my recordings, I do the playback off of the iPad. So it's a little different, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting it. So let's share it to the group. We're going to share it to SS Designs Couture Lounge. That's our lounge group, and we're just going to let them know that we're on. We're going to say good evening. Coming at you for the Wednesday night live, right guys? Okay, and then I'll pull this back up so I can see you guys' comments, hopefully. Okay? Okay, so tonight we got a couple of different things going on. Tonight I am going to honor this month's club promotion with a little bit of paste and a little bit of ink. So this is going to be really, really exciting. I also received this month's club promotion in the mail, so I get to show those off to you guys. We've been playing a little bit with our wooden pumpkins and our wooden deer. And if you're not familiar, then the promotion for October for all of Chalk Couture customers is wooden cutouts with matching stencils. It's fabulous. It's phenomenal. We have tags. We have ornaments. Okay, and I ordered them all, except for my tags are already sold. So I ordered tags twice, and both sets have sold out. So I don't have any physical tags in hand, but I have more coming. So I will show you those as soon as they get here. But they're little ornaments. You get a pack of 12. They are 3 3/4 by 4. And they do come with a little twine. Okay. What you're going to do is you can purchase this as a kit. Okay. It's only bundled for the month of October. And you can buy these cute little, you can really get any transfer to go with it, but this one is specific. Those shapes match the shapes of the ornament. And you got some woodlands down there. You guys see those? Super cute. Super cute. So that's the first one. Right? This one is one of my favorites. Of course, then we have the tag one, which I really like because there are a lot of tag transfers that fit nicely with those, because that's been something that we've had for a while. This is my next favorite one. It's Christmas trees. Just like the deer, these stand right up. I want to say they're an inch thick. They might be 3/4 inch thick, but they're pretty thick and they stand on their own. You get a 3-pack. Okay. They're different sizes, 11 3/4, 9 3/4, and 8 inches. Okay. And then this is the matching transfer that goes with that. I'm pretty excited about this because I feel as though I could use these trees in so many different ways. Plus, you guys all know how much I love the wooden cutouts. So, that's that. Hi, Laura. Thank you so much for stopping in. So I want to get the kids together and maybe do an ornament class. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay. So in honor of the wooden cutouts, I have decided to play with one of our door tags today. This is 9 by 12. And I'm thinking about doing a class in November where we're going to make a couple of these with kind of like a Thanksgiving theme. So I wanted to give this a try. It is brand new. And hang on one second. I'm moving all my stuff. I'm always moving my stuff. Okay, so I have my tote caddy. and my squeegees. And we're going to go ahead and open this up. Now, since it is a Chalk Couture surface, it does have instructions right here on the back. And it says, for use with chalk transfer designs and Chalkology paste, fuzz transfers well before use and wax before using. Okay, and it's made for one-time use. So wax before we're using. Did I bring my wax over, guys? Oh, I did. Look at what we got right here. I know it's off camera. We do have wax. I went to an event this weekend and a lot of you guys made wooden signs. Those wooden signs had to be waxed. And it's a real easy process, and I'll walk you guys through it right now. So any surface that is wooden, most surfaces that are non-Chalk Couture surfaces. So most Chalk Couture surfaces are already waxed. Okay, so it's really like if I go to Home Depot and I get a piece of wood, obviously the door tags, because they are, and you can tell when you pick up your wood, it's a little rougher. It's not as smooth. So anything that you think is going to give your transfer a tough time, wax. It doesn't hurt. Okay, and I usually have paper towels. I don't have paper towels, but I do have, it's just a microfiber towel. You guys know I have these all over the place, I'm telling you. It's seriously becoming an addiction over here. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to real gently just wax the surface. And you can totally feel when there is wax on the surface versus when there's not, because it will be smooth where there's wax. Okay, the wax also will help you after you put your paste on. The wax will help you if you make a mistake. So it really keeps this method foolproof. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead. This is the transfer I'm using tonight. And I'm also going to make a tote bag. So we're going to play around with the ink as well as this. Okay. When you, after you wax, you have to let it dry, okay? We are on live, though, obviously, so just give me 1 minute, and I'm going to take my trusty blow dryer, if I can get it over here, it's plugged in over there, and I'm just going to blow dry this. So it's going to get loud for a second. I don't have any fancy software that's going to turn the volume down, but bear with me for just 1 second. It won't take that long. Okay. Alright, so we just let that dry. I don't want to lose this because I'm going to need it again. Let's bring it around this way. Let's move my tote bag for a second. I did this really cool thing with ribbon. And of course I lost the ribbon, which is okay because I want to show you guys. So give me 1 second. Okay, so these door tags just come with the hole. Okay, they don't have anything else to hang them with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of ribbon and I'm just going to hoop it through and then tie a knot on it at the end. But before I do that, the colors I'm using are silver and blue. So very non-traditional pumpkin colors, but I think it's going to come out really nice. So before I do that, I didn't have ribbon that matched. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to take my chalk paste and I'm going to dye this ribbon with it. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to just take a paper towel or this foam brush right here. And I'm going to dip it in my paste and I'm just going to run it across the ribbon. Okay, and then I'm going to let this ribbon dry. Okay, but I will show you that as, I will actually let's do that now so we can see if I can do this without making a huge mess. And I got a little paper plate here. Okay. This is, it's dirty because I did that earlier. All right, and we're going to take silver because silver is the color that I'm using on my project. Okay. And we're just going to just pretty much dye the ribbon with the paste. Okay. And that's how it's coming out. Okay, so you're going to do it all the way down, both sides. Okay. And it gets kind of stuck in the foam brush, so make sure that you're kind of dipping it a little. Okay, and you can do this with any color. We're not going to wash it, so it doesn't have to be ink. You're just going to do it all the way down through. And this is just a really nice way to have that accessory match your decor item right to a T. Okay. And you only ever have to buy white ribbon again, because you can just paint it up, right? Okay. Hi, Vicki. How are you tonight? Look, we're getting crafty. You'd be very proud. We're painting ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with that, but since we're live, I'm just going to set this aside. But you go all the way down through. Then you can take your blow dryer and let it air dry, and you'll have that colored ribbon all the way down through. Okay. Okay, so we're actually going to leave that open. The colors I'm using today for this one right here are both paste colors. One is shimmer silver and the other is colonial blue. And again, we're using pumpkin patch. I'm going to use this pumpkin patch transfer for both of my transfers tonight. I will be washing it in between uses though, because my next one will be just black. Okay, so we took out my door tag. I'm using the large door tag. We're going to place this transfer just right down as center as you can get it. Okay, we want to make sure that there's no air pockets in it. Okay, and if you guys are new to Chalk Couture, these transfers are a vinyl on top of a silk screen, so they are reusable. You just wash them off, and I'll show you that in a second because I have two coming. Okay, and then we are going to grab some squeegees and a stir stick because my blue's looking a little mixed up. I do have the mist sprayer all the way over there on the other side of the room, so I'm just going to use my little Tim Holtz mini spritzer that I keep in with my squeegees. Okay, and this blue, you want this paste to be more of a liquid so it's easier to go on and so it's not going to stain your silk screen. So do not be afraid to take some distilled water and just bring that paste right back to life. I often tell people not to get our paste confused with paint. Our paste is simply that. It is simply chalk, and it does come right back to life. Our ink is a different story, but our paste is water soluble and it doesn't have any additives or anything in it, so feel free just to bring that right back to life. Okay. I always leave my tops out, and I put my squeegees and my stir sticks right back on my tops. If you don't have stir sticks, you can go ahead and use just a plastic spoon. Try not to use wood. Wood does tend to dry out your paste more. Okay, same thing with the silver. Okay, I went to a make and take this weekend, and we shared pastes, so they got a little dried out, which is okay. They are very forgiving, and they do bounce right back to life. If you put too much water in them, just leave them with the top off, and they will come right back to life. Okay. Or I'm sorry, geez Louise, just leave them with the top off and they will dry right back out. I was thinking about how I'm crafting with no baby wipes. Okay, so here we go. So I am going to do silver around the outsides, and I'm going to do blue on my pumpkin. I'm going to use my small squeegee for my pumpkin, and I'm going to use a mini squeegee for the outsides. Okay. Feel free to do whatever colors you want. orange is normally a pumpkin color. I saw somebody do blue and I fell in love with it. I don't know if I'm going to like it when I'm done, but we're going to try it, right? It doesn't hurt. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is that pumpkin. Again, I'm going to apply a liberal amount of paste right across the entire silkscreen middle portion. Okay. I'm not really worried about how much paste I'm using right now. I'm just making sure to cover the entire silkscreen and to not get it off the silkscreen because it will give you some problems on this one-time use board. Okay? If it was a reusable chalkboard or a whiteboard, we'd be able to wash it off, but since it is wood, we're not able to wash it off so easily. So just take it easy around your edges. Okay. When you're using larger transfers, this one isn't extremely large, however, it is larger, make sure to leave an adequate amount of paste onto your silk screen and try not to scrape it all the way off until the end. What you don't want to happen is you don't want paste to dry in your silk screen because then you won't be able to use it anymore. Okay. Another method that they have that you can use is I'm going to peel up the bottom half of this. While I'm peeling it up, I'm going to check to make sure everything's looking good under there. I'm going to put it back down. I'm going to stick it down here and I'm going to do the same exact thing up here. What that does is that releases the paste from your silk screen. So as you're working on other parts of the transfer, the paste doesn't have time to dry in that silk screen. Okay, so I hope that made sense. Oh, yay! I love the colonial blue. It's one of my favorite colors. Laura Jo was saying that she really likes using the blue as well. And it is. It's just a really fun color. And it's a little different than your traditional orange pumpkins, right, guys? I actually just peeked under here and I cheated. And it looks really good. So I'm excited to show you guys. And the silver, I just like silver. It's a shimmer. If you haven't tried the shimmer colors yet, I'm really, really promoting those because they're gorgeous. And you don't have to mess around with glitter. What? It's the coolest thing ever. It really is. I hate glitter. I love shimmer. I hate glitter. So these shimmer colors really work for me. Okay, guys, are you ready? Who's ready for the reveal? Okay, here we go. I was told to reveal them this way, so let's do it without screwing it up. Ready? Here we go. There it is, guys. Yay! Blue pumpkins. Yay! Yay, blue pumpkins. Woo, that light is a little bright. I hope you guys can see it when I hold it a little closer. Okay, so again, that's shimmer silver and colonial blue. So we're going to set that aside and let it dry for just a second. I'm running out of space. I'm used to having my big hutch. I don't have it anymore. Okay, so I'm setting that aside. I am going to grab my Lysol wipes and my spray. Okay, guys. So we are going to clean up real quick, and then I'm going to use that same exact transfer for a tote bag. Okay, so just bear with me for 1 second. I have a bucket full of water. My transfer goes right in it. I don't play around, guys. You can play around with your transfers and let them kind of sit and hang out while you're working on projects. I throw all of them right in here. It only takes a second. And I'll show you what I do too, because I get it, guys. You want to craft. I know you do. If you take care of these little puppies, though, you get at least a dozen uses out of them. And it's totally worth it because you pay money for them, guys. And, you know, you make your money, get more bang for your buck when you take care of them. Okay? So I don't even mess around with the back. Sticky side down. I got a board eraser in here. I just go through and I wipe it off. If for some reason my transfer moved or I laid it in something yucky or something yucky or anything like that, I will wash the back. I don't like to though because that's where the adhesive is. So I really only try to wash the front. Then back here in my crazy chaos that I have going on. I have microfiber towels. Okay, I'm going to place this on that. Okay, I'm going to take my microfiber towel or a paper towel. Okay, and I'm going to just real gently dry it off. Okay, on both sides. Okay. Then I'm going to leave it sticky side up just for a minute. Okay. We're going to put the water bath away. Okay. I'm going to take I have an iron that's on over here because I want to show you guys how to heat set things. So I need to make sure that I'm not being clumsy. Take a Lysol wipe. I'm going to just wipe you can also wash these right in your water bath. Okay, I'm just going to wash them off and I'm going to hold them out because I'm going to use them again. Okay. Same thing over here. Okay, so these are good to go. A lot of times I'll clean them up and I'll just take like a spoon or my multi-purpose tool and I'll just scrape them and stir them. If they're getting a little dry on you, again, spray some water in them before you close them up. That's perfectly okay. Okay, a couple different things here. First thing I want to do is set this. Okay, so now we're back to this side. There's a couple areas that I just wanted to fix up now that it's had a little bit of time to dry. Okay. And I'm just taking my detail pen, and the U messed up a little because I put wax down, and because I'm working on it right away, I'm able to clean that up. Okay, so there's that. I really wanted to, I lost that silver ribbon that I worked on earlier. And this one needs to be cleaned. This one was not cleaned well enough just now. So let me just go back through. Okay. So I was thinking something like this, but then I made that silver one. I made a longer one earlier today. So I'm not going to put anything on here yet. I will be putting that silver one up on top. You can accessorize it in however you want. I've even seen a lot of people will put this as a front and then have a double, so have one behind it. So they're really cute, really affordable little options. Again, those are 9 by 12. Okay. Okay. Let me just look at the comments here for a second. Yes, so just the pattern can be used, they say up to a dozen times. We are actually going to take it and reuse the same one that we just used. The first time I used it tonight, I used paste because our paste is made to be reusable. So the way that I teach all of my customers is that if you're going to wash it, use ink. If you're not going to wash it, then go ahead and use paste. Okay, but as far as the transfers, they are completely reusable. It's the same method whether you're using chalk or ink. Okay. And I'm just going to fuzz this for a second because it's a little wet. Guys, I broke down and I bought our fuzz mat because every time I went to fuzz it with one of our microfiber towels, which I have 400 of, the towel would pick up and it would really annoy me. So I went ahead and I just bought our fuzz mat, and now I'm going to dry this with that. If it is a new transfer, you want to go ahead and fuzz it just because it does tend to stick after you put that paste on it, and fuzzing it takes some of the stickiness off of our transfers so it doesn't ruin your surface or your project. Okay, this is my tote bag. I picked it up off Amazon because unfortunately we do not offer them. We do offer some really fabulous pillows that I am so in love with, but I think my VIP members might be getting a little tired of pillows. So I'm going to show you guys a tote bag. I received mail the other day, and they were generous enough to send a whole bunch of these in a package that didn't really need them. They're just little square cardboard pieces, but they're perfect for putting in between my layers for inking. So thank you to whatever company did that. I am inking. Ink is permanent and it bleeds. So in between my tote bag layers, I'm going to just put just a piece of cardboard that I don't care about. So that way if any ink goes through, it goes right on my cardboard. And I'm going to try to pull the comments up more. You guys are very used to seeing me do the paste. So I'm going to try to remember to pull the comments up more when I'm inking. So if you have any questions, go ahead and answer them. If I do not get to your question, I will come back through at the end and I will type it in and answer them all after I'm done. Okay. Okay, so here we go. You're going to put this right on top. And this one, I was going to get fancy with, but I got fancy with the last one, so I'm just going to do black on this one. And I just want to make sure it's even. Because we just washed this transfer, usually when you air dry it, it allows it to get stickier once again. We just washed this, though, so it's still a little wet. Plus, we're working on a canvas. It's a canvas tote, and transfers don't really like to stick to canvas as much. So I'm going to make sure that it stays on nice and hard, and then when I go to apply the ink with the squeegee, I'm going to do it very slow, and I'm only going to go down with it. Okay, I'm going to be a lot more precise than I was working with a different surface and working with my paste. Okay, so bear with me for a minute and we'll get through this here. What color did I say I was going to use? Black? I had gold too. I'm not too sure though. I think I'm going to try black. Okay, so this is just straight black ink. Just so you guys do know, I ordered another ink, another black ink, because I thought that I had white. In fact, I ended up with black. So I do have an additional black ink on hand that I think I'm going to be giving away at my month-end giveaways over in my VIP group. So again, if you have not joined the VIP group and you're really interested, you love what we have going on here, make sure to comment or contact me directly and let me know, because we always have really cool things going on over there. Okay, so I'm going to take the ink, same way. Remember though, because our transfer is still a little wet, I'm going to go a little slower, and I'm also going to hold the top. Another thing that I'm going to be aware of is I'm going to be aware that I can get ink on my hands and it will stain the canvas. Okay, so I want to be really aware of where I'm putting my ink and that I'm not getting it on my clothes or my hands. I'm just being really generous with it the same way. Canvas totes and fabric kind of suck in a little more ink than your harder surfaces. So we're just going to be really generous and keep pushing it along. Same way we do with the paint, with the paste. Look at me calling it paint now. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Making sure our entire area is covered. Okay. And you just want to be really careful because, again, it's not sticking all the way. I'm hoping this one's going to come out for us, guys, because it is pretty wet. Okay. And I am frugal, so I stick everything right back in my paste jar, my ink jar. You don't have to. You can go ahead and just rinse it off or stick them in your water bath if you want. It does get a little bit messy trying to save it, but it's totally worth it. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to cover this, and then we will peel it, and we will see how this one turns out. Yay! All right, guys. Sticking that right back in my water bath, especially since it's ink. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to hold this up on the bottom, And then I'm going to take my blow dryer and I'm going to blow dry it. Then we're going to heat set it. Okay, so I will check comments in between. It's going to get a little loud for a second. But bear with me for just 1 second. So here's what it looks like right now. Okay. Do this without making a ruckus on you guys. Okay guys, as soon as that is dry, we are going to bring it over here behind us. Okay, I'm going to put parchment paper, not wax paper. Make sure there's no wax on it. The difference is wax has a wax seal, parchment does not. Okay, so make sure it's parchment paper. We're going to cover up that whole design. Okay. And then I'm going to come back here with a hot iron with no steam. Be careful when you do this that your design is either your ink is either completely dry or that you're not moving around your transfer, because if your ink is wet and you move your parchment paper, you will get ink in other areas of your surface. Okay, so just remember, ink is messy, guys. It's super simple, super easy, super messy. Okay. Okay. See, it leaks, guys, but look, it didn't leak on the back. Okay, and what now happens is, because I took an iron to this, here's what it looks like. Yay! Right? That's cute. Since I took an iron to this, I can not be concerned about washing it, because if it gets dirty, I can just throw it in the washer and this will be permanent. It's permanent because I heat set it. Okay? Iron on high, no steam, parchment paper over it. Just a couple of seconds. Guys, it doesn't take a lot. You just want to make sure to cover the whole design with it, and then follow washing guidelines for whatever. If you're doing a shirt or a tote or whatever you're doing, just follow the guidelines for that. I think that's all I have for tonight, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for stopping in. Let me know which one was your favorite. I will post some pictures and stuff when I get everything staged tomorrow, so you guys can see. But there you have it. You can use the transfer 8 to 12 times, if not more, as long as you're taking care of them. It's the same process for ink that it is for paste. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Club Thursday over in the VIP group. Have a good night.